the way I look at bias is, well, let's do our best. Let's come up with principles around this, right? Having diverse people in the room, doing regular timely assessments to determine these bias audits I referenced earlier. And then, documenting some of this stuff, right? Obviously, work with legal and figure out what should and shouldn't be documented based on your internal policies. But at least having a defensible position on, hey, like my example earlier, where we have a model that's saying the output is 65% of the females are getting this offer and not equal amount of males. Well, we have it documented that 63% or whatever the number is close enough that of our population in this pool is made up of females. So it's really not a bias, right? But if I'm scrambling on the fly to explain that, it just doesn't even look like you've done your homework or given it any real thought. And so it's always better to do the due diligence, document what you can, the why, the final conclusions that were made, who was involved. And then what I've typically found is the worst case that happens, assuming there's no real intense substantial harm, they just give you recommendations on what they would like to see differently, and they move on. And so that's a much easier place to be as opposed to some of these enforcement actions, especially you see on the privacy side, right, where it's like they didn't even give any sort of thought or don't have a plan in place for this. And so a regulator is inclined to sort of assume you're just being willfully ignorant to the matter, even if you may not be. You just don't want to put yourself in that situation. You want to make it seem like you've put forth a very good effort to solve the solution, knowing full well that there's no silver bullet here right now.